Hey AfterBuzzers, you're tuned into the AfterBuzz TV Aftershow for Awkward Season 5, Episode 16, Best Friends for Never. Stay tuned as we give our thoughts and predictions.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I remember when we broke up the first time, saying this is it, I've had enough. Cause like we hadn't seen each other in a month.
Sorry, I don't know why. I was just in a Taylor Swift kind of mood today, so we're opening with that. It has nothing to do with the episode, though. Hello, everyone. I'm Tiona Hobson. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at the Tiona Hobson. If you have anything you want to add to our conversation today, make sure you tweet me. I do have my phone available to receive those. And joining me tonight, as always, is Veronica Gabriel.
Hey guys, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Veronica on TV.
And we're here to talk about Awkward and just, yes, Taylor Swift. Getting back together. You guys aren't here to listen to me sing, so I'll spare you from that. Thanks for tuning in. Before we get started on tonight's episode, I just want to tell you guys about a new show that's coming out Tuesday, April 19th on the CW. It's coming and there is no cure. The greatest enemy comes from within. From co-creator of The Vampire Diaries, Julie Plec, and Emmy Award-winning director of Game of Thrones comes the riveting outbreak thriller Containment. When a mysterious and deadly epidemic breaks out in Atlanta, a massive urban quarantine is quickly enforced. Loved ones will be torn apart, and those on both sides of the fence will be put to the ultimate test of survival. Not just fighting disease, but fear, isolation, and the unknown. But is this virus an act of Mother Nature, terrorism, or something far more sinister? The truth will not be contained. Secrets begin to unravel, society begins to crumble, but unlikely heroes will rise. Ordinary people will defy the most extraordinary odds. Don't miss this utterly terrifying yet highly anticipated new series, Containment. The must-see limited series premieres Tuesday, April 19th. Catch it only on the CW. And that is not too far away. And I've seen the trailer for the show, and it looks creepy, scary. Yeah. It's very intense.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be awesome.
Yes. And Julie Plec is just, she's like the Shonda Rhimes of the CW, if you don't know who Julie Plec is. She has Vampire Diaries, Originals, and now Containment. She pretty much owns, well, she used to own Thursday nights at the CW, and then they moved her shows to Friday, so she's not competing with Shonda anymore. But yeah, so that looks like a great show. So make sure you guys check it out on Tuesday, April 19th. Now for this episode of Awkward, I mean, workplace drama is just so much fun. You know, we're out of college now and we're having our first adult type job or internship, and Jenna starts immediately dating a coworker, which you just been there, done that. I mean, everyone has their own interactions. Not like a full-on relationship, but yeah.
Okay, how did it go?
Awkward.
Perfect for our show.
I mean, because there is that sense of you don't know what it is. Neither one of you wants to really say anything. You don't want your coworkers in your business, so you're just kind of carrying on business as usual. And sometimes, it works for you, and sometimes it doesn't. And we see that Jenna and Luke, what gets me about them is that Luke tells Jenna, no one can know that we like each other because I don't want people to think you're getting special attention because technically he's her supervisor. And, just how, dating in the workplace is just kind of a no-no. But they're making out in the parking lot, just not even in the car, just out in public.
I feel like people would probably know.
There's windows on them. Their whole office is a giant window warehouse looking thing. So no one just peeked outside and saw that they were making out next to the car.
I'm wondering if maybe he told her that he wanted to keep it secret for her, but maybe there's a reason behind why he wants to keep it secret too, and we just don't know yet. But also, I wrote down that maybe he wants to keep it secret because secret is fun, and they get to go secret places.
They get to go to the copy room.
And in the car.
And up against a random wall.
And then come in late and pretend like nothing happened.
Yeah, fixing your hair. We were doing super important work-related things.
Yeah.
It is fun to have that secret little romance. It's fun for the beginning, but then eventually it gets kind of played out, I think, personally. But you know, it's a summer thing. They each also, you know, will go their separate ways at the end of summer. So probably best, especially for Jenna, who jumps from relationship to relationship, to not really get too tied down, I think.
Yeah.
And then she'll be doing the whole long distance relationship thing again, and it didn't work out with Maddie, but who knows. So yeah, I just feel like they're trying to get caught, but I do believe Luke that he does think it's better, but I also kind of think something along the lines with you, like, I feel like maybe last summer he dated someone in the office. Or...
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Maybe there's someone that he doesn't want to find out, or maybe it went bad last summer, so he wants it to go good now.
Yeah. So we'll see. But then the other drama that's going on is that Tamara comes to work at Idea Bin because they get a new ad sales intern, and she's that person. And she immediately gets in with like Ophelia and Ethan, who have been never invited. What's her name? Jenna. I almost called her Samara. I was gonna combine her name with Sadie and Tamara.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
That's a new one, right? But she hasn't been invited to lunch by them, not to happy hour or anything, and so she's feeling kind of left out and thinks that having her best friend there will make things better. But their relationship all summer has been kind of
on the rocks.
On the rocks, I guess, is a good way to call it.
I think that Jenna wanted this to be a time for them to bond together. But now I really feel like the people at Idea Bin are Tomorrow's people. Like, those are her people. She fits in with them. They're her crowd. They like fashion. They like TV. They like those things.
They talk in OMG, LOL, like BFF. They talk Tomorrow.
Yeah. So I think that's why she fits in there a little bit more. And she doesn't even know, like, they have no idea who the authors are that Jenna talks about. And neither does Tamara. So that's why she fits in really well.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm over here like, oh, that was an author? Maybe I should look them up. I don't have a library card, so I don't know how I'm going to do that. But, you know, things are going not good. Jenna's feeling super left out. And Luke does give her good advice for once. It's just like, hey, why don't you go tell her how you're feeling so that you guys can get it all out there and work on things, because the high school way to do it is just let it simmer and like fester and then explode one day. So they have this intense talk where they both do a little name calling. Jenna accuses Tamara of being leaving her out, having all these inside jokes with Sadie, and just being different and super into designers. And Tamara basically calls Jenna pretentious and, you know, because I'm not smart, all you do is talk about like, your famous authors and whatnot. Whose side were you on in this fight?
I was at first I was on Jenna's side, but then once Tamara started talking, I'm wondering if something happened while they were in their first year of college that made, like, maybe Jenna was so popular she had no time for Tamara.
Well, yeah, because I think
we
did see that before she started hanging out with Sadie. She would call and Jenna, you know, wasn't answering.
Yes.
And she was super happy with Maddie, and then Tamara finally found her groove in New York. And
so now Tamara has people. These are her friends, you know, she fits in with them, and the tables have turned.
Yeah, can I just say that I was most happy that Tamara got this job because Ethan said that it paid commission. And Tamara's got a lot of credit card debt. I don't know how she's still getting away with this and how we haven't hit on the fact really that, you know, she just keeps opening credit cards and swiping them. Because I looked at my credit card bill today and I was like, oh, Lord Jesus, I don't know how I'm going to get that down, but I need to put my card in the freezer so that I cannot use it.
Me and my roommates made a thing where Monday through Friday, we don't spend money. We try not to spend money. It doesn't always work that well, but we try, and we watch Netflix a lot. And then on the weekend, we're allowed to do things. But
that's actually really smart. My problem would be I'd make up for all the money I didn't spend during the week on the weekend.
That kind of happens. You're like, I can buy this drink.
I'm buying everybody a shot. Because why not?
Yeah.
I'm a nice person.
Yeah. But Tamara needs this job.
Yeah, she definitely needs it. And, you know, she's getting along so great with everyone that Ethan just is like, hey, Tamara, you just broke all the sales records, and you're so great, and I love you. I'm obsessed with you. I'm going to give you an article on the homepage tomorrow. And Jenna's sitting there, like, pitching idea after idea and getting shut down and ignored. And then Tamara just gets everything. So, I mean, and then to make matters worse, Tomorrow, you know, Jenna didn't address it the right way, but Tomorrow was like, writing can't be hard. It's just like talking, which is something I used to say.
Yeah, until you actually have to do it.
Yeah, and then I realized, no, talking is actually much easier and better than writing, hence why I majored in broadcast journalism, so I wouldn't have to write papers.
That's why we're here today.
Yes. I'm here today because I prefer to talk to people instead of writing things down.
Yes. But I think when Tomorrow showed up, because she couldn't write it, she figured out she couldn't do it, I thought that the whole paper was going to come out the next day, and then Tomorrow was going to take credit for it.
Oh, see, I didn't think... I was like, okay, this is going to be like the olive branch. It's going to get Jenna published
I wasn't
finally.
thinking it. I mean, I'm glad it happened the way that it did, but I was totally thinking that Tomorrow was going to take credit for it.
Well, I'm glad that she didn't, and I'm glad that they're back to being besties, and Jenna's...
They finally had their sleepover.
Yeah, and Ethan even said, you know, Jenna, I knew that as soon as you got out of your own head, you'd be fine, and... So maybe he wasn't being a jerk on purpose. Well, he was being a jerk on purpose to kind of get her to get out of her head.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. But, there was one thing I wanted to point out. In that first meeting when Jenna walks in, the guy in the green shirt, who later on, randomly, they said his name was Max, he was the only one at the table to say hi to Jenna. And the way he said it, I was kind of like, it was right after Luke was like, no one can know about us.
Oh.
And then this guy was like, hi, Jenna.
I did see the guy in the green shirt, but I didn't see him say that.
He said, hi, Jenna. And I was like, is he, like, going to be the one to discover it because he likes her or something? So just...
Keep an eye out for that.
Keep an eye out for Max is all I'm saying.
I'm glad you got that.
Yeah. I was super surprised, too. And then on the other side of things, we've got Maddie and Lacey taking a college summer school class together.
Yes.
I always love their interactions because it's so semi-inappropriate because Lacey is so clearly Team Maddie.
Just like me. I'm Team Maddie, too.
But as Jenna's mom, I feel like she should be a little more neutral. But she's like, no, girl, you go get that. I'll buy you condoms to have sex with him. Like, she is totally Team Maddie. So now they're in this class together, which is great. They're taking German. And things are a little awkward because Maddie feels weird being her partner just because of how things went down with Jenna. Mm-hmm. Jenna lied to her mom and said that the reason that they broke up was because she was holding him back and being too possessive, and so it didn't work out. Yes. And that's clearly not what happened. So do you think she lied to save her mom's feelings because she knows how much her mom loves Maddie? Or... Because Jenna didn't talk to anyone else about the breakup. No one knew why they broke up, even though I still don't really...
understand. Because it wasn't disgusting. Still not understanding that. But I think that she kind of did it for both. She did it for Mommy and she did it for Maddie. And Jenna's a good person. So, I mean, if it were my mom, I probably wouldn't tell her the truth either if it played out the way that it did. Yeah. I wouldn't want them to hate that person.
That's a good point. Because my mom always says that when friends break up with people... they always tell your friends, like, the bad things. Yeah. And so then that's what I remember. So when you get back with that person, all I look at them as is the horrible things that they did instead of, you know, that could have been 1% of your relationship, but that's all your friends are thinking about. So sometimes if you think you might end up back with the person, maybe don't share everything with your friends, all the bad things that happen. Share, like, the good stuff, too, so that your friends don't hate your
I did that
boyfriend.
Once with my family, and I said the bad things, and we broke up for a while, and then we ended up getting back together, and part of my family still doesn't really like him that much, you know? I never brought him around after that, but,
see,
you know.
It's what makes awkward family dinners.
Yeah. So I'm glad that Jenna didn't do that. Yeah,
and then Maddie gets, like, super weird because... he comes clean with Lacey and is like, you know, it's kind of good to know that Jenna still has my back. And Lacey's like, do you want to stick around and tell her yourself? Or
you should.
Yeah. And instead of sticking around in the house, he just waits in his truck and she gets home and he watches her from afar. And then he social media stalks her, which, I mean, we've all been guilty of it. Yeah. I mean, I did it yesterday. Not my proudest moment, but sometimes you just... you know, you see the scab there and you just want to dig into it and just dig into it even more. So I understand, Maddie. And then he calls Jenna, but she doesn't answer. So it seems like maybe Maddie's realizing maybe he should try and reach out more, but he still has a girlfriend, so.
I think I guess I can save this for predictions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, before we get there, let's just touch on Sadie, because that's my girl. She's still trying to make Sergio jealous. Nothing's working because it seems like every day she's showing up with a new guy.
Yeah.
And then it's Jake who finally is like, look, if you want to make him jealous, you can't bring around random guys. You have to, make it look like you're in a relationship. So they go together, and at first things aren't going well. And then you can see that Sergio still doesn't really believe it. He's like, oh, yeah, let me take a picture of you guys for our love wall.
Yeah, that was hilarious, by the way. He totally knew that she was coming back. So I think he planted that, like, purposefully.
Yes, he was good. And then he sees them arguing over in the yonder. And he tells his mom that he misses the fights with Sadie, and then Jake's like, okay, I'm gonna do something, but you can't punch me in the balls. And they kiss, and he's like, and I miss the making up too.
I think that the basis of their relationship was fighting.
Yes.
So for him to see fighting would make him really want her back. Yeah. Instead of, like, I don't think he really cared about the random guys that were coming up to the food truck with her, because he knew what was going on. And then also, did you see the face that his girlfriend made when the first guy came up? And then
no, I didn't see it.
Yeah, the girlfriend, like, kissed Sergio right in front of Sadie, and she, like, stared her down.
While she was
it was really intense. Yeah,
I was writing notes, but I did see the kiss, but I didn't pay attention to the fact that she was like looking down.
So she definitely knows who she is now.
Yeah. So interesting. It'll be interesting to see what goes on there, because I really don't think that Sergio is over Sadie, just like I don't think we know Sadie's not over Sergio. And I do think that whoever he's with, maybe it was a convenience factor.
Yeah,
and now that Sadie's back, he'll realize, that's what he's been missing. His Sadita. Little Sadita.
Yeah.
I love those two together. Like, they can't not be together. So
I know. Who else is going to put up with Sadie?
No one.
Yeah.
That's why. But I do like that she picked Jake to be the friend who
I know.
She takes with her, because, that would make Sergio a little more.
I wonder what Lissa thinks about this. Like, does she know the whole time that Jake was, like, playing to be the boyfriend? I don't know.
Probably not. I don't think Jake asked permission. I think he just went with it.
I wonder if they're going to tell her that they kissed. But it was fake.
I don't know. That could be an interesting conversation with Lissa.
But we know Lissa. She might just go with it.
She probably will just go with it. Like, oh, that was so nice of you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Sadie. Yeah. We have to get Sergio back for you. That was my best.
That was pretty good.
All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about predictions and what we're going to see next week on the episode.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV prediction.
And the last show I was on, they would go like this. So it makes me want to go like this.
It's like the wobbly noodle.
Yeah.
Sorry, I started thinking of all these other things about dance moves.
What are your predictions?
I mean, my prediction is that, of course, Maddie has to come back and get in the way of Jenna's happiness with Luke, because she's finally not thinking about Maddie, having fun with Luke, and I just think that he's going to say something and then it's going to be the same situation all over again, but I feel in my heart of hearts that she's going to stick with Luke and not go back to Maddie.
Yeah, I have the same feeling, unfortunately, but I mean, maybe they'll, like, secretly kiss or something, like Maddie and Jenna will have, like, a slip-up moment and they'll kiss, and then all the feelings will come back. I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there.
You're so clearly Team Maddie.
Yeah. I do like Luke, but, Yeah,
well, I mean, and then we have to deal with Maddie's annoying girlfriend next week, too.
I think they're going to break up. I think he's going to realize that he still has feelings for Jenna, and he's going to break up with her.
Like, you're a cool girl and all, but, like, you're a really cool girl to chill with. Pound it. I'm out.
Yeah.
My friend actually had a guy say that to her in college after they hooked up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was awkward. And yeah, I just put her on blast on this after show, so she knows who she is. So do all my friends. What's up?
That's funny.
Well, make sure you guys let us know your thoughts and predictions for next week. Where can everyone find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Veronica on TV.
And you can find me at the Tiona Hobson on Twitter and Instagram. And make sure you check out all the after shows that this network does. There's so many. You can find us all over the internet at AfterBuzz TV. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll be back next week. And we have some special guests coming into studio over the next couple weeks. So stay tuned to see who we have stopping by the studio.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
You're welcome.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.